Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode from the Hermitcraft server. And in today's episode, we're going to be doing some work in the Dwarven base. Well, more accurately, outside and on the Dwarven base. I was talking with Joe. I have to confess, I've been struggling a little bit to come up with ideas. I know the next thing that I want to do to the Dwarven base on the inside, and I'll give you a hint. It's over here. We'll take a little peek, a little sneak peek. But there's a lot of time, and more specifically, a lot of digging that's going to go into this, and I don't really have time right this very moment to do this as the next project. This room is going to be a vast and large undertaking, and I need some smaller things that I can do in the meantime. So I was talking with Joe Hills, and he said, hey, maybe at some defensive positions in the hills outside the base facing the bay. And I was thinking about it. I'm like, that's an awesome idea. Why didn't I think of that? So that's what we're going to do in today's episode. Thanks to Joe for giving me the inspiration. Let's just grab a few things here that we're going to need. We'll probably need a little bit of cobble. Let's see, maybe a couple cracked stone bricks. I think some mossy stone would actually be fitting outside. Some chiseled stone, and maybe some cobblestone walls. That should be good. One thing I did really quick want to address, last episode we talked about the features that are coming in 1.11, and a lot of you asked, can you put a shulker box inside of a shulker box? The shulker box being the backpack thingy. And the answer to that is no. When the developers announced it, they did specifically state you would not be able to put a shulker box inside of a shulker box, therefore avoiding, or thereby avoiding shulker boxception, as they say. So, these positions, I'm thinking they're going to be kind of cylindrical. And let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe here. And then we'll go like so. They'll be basically, well, maybe not cylindrical per se, but I think that's too big. I don't want them sticking out that far. They're going to be visible from down below, for sure. Let's go like that. So 5. Trying to remember my circle chart here. I think like that. Like that. And then like this. Is that right? No. No, it's not. Like this. Yeah. Okay. Circle chart is kind of hard to visualize in your head when you're dealing with partial circles. So that one's going to have to go away. And then this would come out like that, I believe. Does that look right? I think it does. So then here we go. 2, 1, 2, and like so. And that gives us kind of a little defensive looking position thing, which I think is good. And then let's just fill this in. I'll probably end up changing some of this up. In fact, I know for sure I will end up changing at least some of the materials that I'm using here. We're not going to have this much stone, but I basically just want to get the platform in place for the moment so that I can actually get around and do some things to it. So what I was thinking is it would be very cool if essentially what we ended up with here was like kind of a crown. So I'm thinking we'll put down some blocks like this, partly as crenellations and partly because it'll kind of look like a crown, which I think will be very cool. And then on top of that, we'll put something like this. Turn. Is that right? Or do you turn it here? Where did I turn it on that side? Here. So that goes like so. So we have kind of this crown look, which I think is pretty cool. And then we'll do something like that. And like a so. Okay. So we have these, like, defensive positions. Do I have any ender pearls? I do. Let's ender pearl. Oh, sure. Let's ender pearl. let's ender pearl to right here. That seems good. Yeah, that's a terrible view. Have I my bow? I do. And I'm wearing my elytra. Let's fly off to this side and just see how that looks. You can kind of see it over here. And I would say that it does look crown-like. So that's good. I think that's good. Now, we're going to have to kind of... obviously, we're going to have to build on that. That's not going to be enough by itself. So, let's see. Can I don't suppose I can ender pearl that far. Nope. Pretty close, though. And I can ender pearl to there, I bet. Oh, almost. Oh, this is... the struggle is real. All right, tell you what. We'll go around this side. That's okay. Ah, falling. There we go. And now I'm out of ender pearls, but I got to where I needed to go. All right, let's put a couple torches down here real quick. Grab that. Oh, no, I don't have a bed. Okay, well, in that case, let's just run inside. Let me get a sleep. Let me get a couple things together. I'll be back with you in a sec. All right, guys, I am back. So I think the next thing we're going to do is mess a little bit with the depth. I think that's going to be very important to making this look good. So we are going to do something like this, and I think that will get the trick done. Basically, we're just putting a stair underneath this line of stone. The stone, I'm 99% sure I am going to swap out for something else before this is all done, but for now, I want to get kind of the structural elements of this in place, if that makes any sense. And then we are going to go... let's grab some smooth stone and just kind of fill in underneath here so we can put blocks where we need to put them. We'll just do something like that. There we go. I think that should be acceptable. Okay, so now here, as I said, we want our blocks. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is we'll put in... I'm almost tempted to put in chiseled all along this edge where it would be visible. Maybe. So here and here, over here on this side, it would pretty much only go there. And then jump. Those blocks would go away and we'd put one here. And actually, oh man, come on now. Haha! Problem solved. I win. Okay, and then we do something like this. And... No. No, there's my chiseled. And like that. So that might do the trick. Let's take a look at that. How's that look from over here? Ooh. Ooh, a thing is forming. Things are happening. This is good. It's starting to look like a thing. Okay. So, now, let's get up here. And now what we need to do is we need to make sure that this looks formed, okay? So I'm thinking underneath these blocks and going down until they hit something, right? So, for example, here we've got this diorite, which actually, you know what? Sorry, diorite. you've been here for way too long, honestly. This stuff needs to go. It should never... I should have removed this a long time ago. It removes the beauty of my base. Let's just get rid of that. There we go. And all of this is going to have to go as well. So the goal here is basically to take some sort of man-made material, such as stone bricks, as an example, right? Stone bricks would be an example of a man-made material. And basically anywhere where that would be visible, so like this spot right here, we're going to take that and replace the regular stone with it. But then we'll have some sections, like here the stone would cover it up, right? So the idea is that this stone is in front of what was actually built, and therefore it's still there. Because we want this to look like it was built into the mountainside, not that the mountainside was built into it, if that makes sense. And then we'll go in, don't worry, we'll get in here and we'll add some additional details and things like that, and it'll look beautiful. But something like this, I think, could be very good. We've got a 3. I think this needs to be pulled back. And we'll replace that with some dirt. And that might be okay, honestly. That might be acceptable. And then let's take some cobblestone walls and put those here in the corners until they hit something. So here we'd have one, and here we'd have one. And let's see how that looks now. Come on, hit. There we go. That doesn't look too bad. That doesn't look too bad. It doesn't really stand out, but I don't necessarily want it to. I kind of like that it blends in color-wise. Why can I suddenly not elytra? Suddenly I'm terrible at this. Are we getting server lag? Is that the reason? I'm going to blame it on server lag. There we go. I just want to be able to get across the water without having to go for a swim. Okay, so that's pretty good. Oh, hi, beacon effect. There we go. I also want to mix some other materials into this. So I'm thinking like here and here we'll mix in some mossy cobble, or some mossy stone brick, I should say. Maybe we'll do a little bit of that here. Maybe here. Just a little bit to add a little bit of visual interest. I think that's good. And then maybe we'll take some cracked as well and just get some of that in place too, to make it look like this has been here for a while and it's kind of worn down, it's kind of weathered. You know, it's seen better days, shall we say? And I think that will probably be sufficient, to be honest. Maybe I'll do that one as well. And we'll try that on for size. Let's see, can I get over there from here? If I aim right there, I can. Look at that. Masterful skill. Okay, so now we need to deal with this bit. And we need to go like that. Because we are going to want some sort of other material here. Oh, hello, cobblestone. I didn't want you yet. But that's okay. We can still be friends. So we're going to tear up this platform that we built, because platform, annoying. Let's get rid of this stuff so I can pick everything up. Oh! You go back. There we go. So we'll tear up the platform so we can replace it with something better and more interesting. And I think what I'm going to do is we'll do something like this. I'll get all of this stuff. Yep. Okay, good. Awesome. All right. Fantastic. And I think I'm going to put... Let's see. How do we want to do this? I'm thinking... So here's what we're going to do. Anywhere that there's a chiseled, we're going to put another chiseled. Like so. So you can see here we've got these chiseled blocks. We're going to do the same thing anywhere else that there's one. Okay? So something kind of like this should do the trick. Then, I think I'm actually going to make some stone slabs. And I don't know... I think this will work. We'll go like this. And basically put a stone slab in all of these little gaps, which I think will look all right if I can figure out, let's see. So we would need one there. We'll need one here. This is going to be the hard part right here, is this front. Let's just, probably easier just pillar up. There we go. Put one here and here. And then we've got one there. And man, I am struggling. Struggling with parkour today. And I don't have any grass. That's okay. Let's just ender pearl. Whatever. We'll get up there. There we go. That works. Except now I'm stuck in a thing. I'm stuck in a thing again. Really? Can we stop getting stuck in a thing? Thank you. I heard an ender mite, but whatever. All right, so we'll put one there. So all of these should now have a slab underneath them. And then I think what I'll do is I'll take stone brick and fill all of this in. And what that's going to do is from the outside, it's going to create some depth and some interest, which I think will be really good. And then we'll take torches, and I think I'll put a torch here, 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 and maybe leave it at that, honestly. That might be enough. That might just be enough. Let's see. I don't need that right now. I don't need that right now. This guy can be taken out and put... whatever. All right. Let's see if that did the trick. Actually, let me go sleep first, and then I'll check on it. I'll be right back with you. All right. I haven't looked at it yet. Let's see. That's not bad. I definitely like the little slabs. I think that's good. Yeah. Yeah, it's not terrible. I think it could honestly use a little bit of color so it pops a little bit more. But I don't know. I suppose we could put gold. We could put gold blocks behind the, Then that's going to be visible, though, if you're standing in it. All in all, I'm honestly pretty happy with it. I think it's good. Let's take one more look from over here. And let's just see. Yeah, it's not bad. Where's my zoom? Z. That's what it's supposed to be set to. It's not terrible. I think there are things we can do better with it, but honestly, for the most part, I'm pretty happy with it, and it definitely looks... it's definitely more interesting than what was there before. And I think if we add a couple of those, maybe like one, maybe like over here, maybe one like here, and maybe another like down in here, that could be very cool and create kind of an interesting effect. Love to get your suggestions on it, though. If you have any suggestions, that would be fantastic. I love hearing those, and I'm definitely open to suggestion because I like it, but I think we can do better. But at the moment, I don't really have any ideas as to how exactly we're going to be able to do that. So by all means, leave me your suggestions and let me know your thoughts. Unfortunately, guys, I am out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.